Welcome back to the Flippin' Ain't Easy channel. This is John. Wanted to do something a little different today. Rather than just having a how-to type video, I wanted to show you guys some of the merchandise that I've been unboxing. Like I told you guys, I have like 116 boxes. I think I've gone through about 50 of those boxes. So without any further ado, let's go. So as I mentioned in the prologue, I wanted to do something a little different today, and I have a couple boxes out of the 116 boxes that I have stored out in my garage. I've gone through a little bit more than half of them, and I thought it'd be a kind of a good idea to go over to give you a sneak peek of just the type of items I've been dealing with. Now, remember when I bought these, I bought 20 boxes at a time. MSRP was about $8,000. I believe the advertised MSRP was $7,999, and I spent just a little over 10 cents on the dollar. That's including fees and everything. These are Amazon customer returns, general merchandise, which means that anything a customer pretty much can return could be in these boxes. So caveat is that I really don't know what we're going to be dealing with. I don't know what kind of profanity you might hear in this video, but I'll do my very best to contain myself. I can tell you that through the 50 to 60 boxes I have opened so far, I would have to grade this as a C so far out of a possible between an A and F grade, probably a C. I have found some decent items. In fact, we were going to do a series of videos for the first 16 boxes that I bought, which is on the first pallet, MSRP of $59.99, and I think I paid $6.50. And we got about halfway through the video and I had to cut it because the merchandise I was finding was pretty darn good, and honestly I didn't want to encourage others to jack up the prices when I was planning on buying more items. So at this point it's a C. Honestly, I don't care. I don't know if I'm going to be buying any more of this, but for those of you who might be interested in seeing what some of those boxes are that I've been talking about, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through two boxes here, and I'm going to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at to the best of my ability, because some of this is very hit and miss, and sometimes it's unidentifiable, and I'll give you my best estimate on what I think would be the resale value of these items. As you can see, you have the paper tape on here. I haven't opened any of this. It looks like I kind of did, but no, not this one. None of them actually. And you can see, same kind of deal. None of these boxes, either of these boxes have been opened. So like I said, I have no idea what I'm dealing with this. Could be great, and it could be a total bust. But that's been my experience so far, anywhere from very good to total bust. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to get my little trusty box cutter out, and we're going to get started here, okay? And really, the idea of doing all 100 something boxes is just not realistic. You guys would tune out after the first 5 or 10 minutes, so I want to kind of keep this as short as possible, and at the same time give you guys an idea as to what we're dealing with. So off the top of the bat here, like I said, you can get anything in these boxes. I have a box of Pro Max protein bars, okay, cookies and cream, and they're all individually wrapped boxes. I don't know, maybe they, I have to count the bars. It looks like it's supposed to be about 18 in here. And so someone might have tried it, didn't like it, and sent it back. And because they're sealed, someone might buy these, I would say no more than $5 plus shipping on top, but that's just a guess. So the next item that I have here, it's an ESR protective tablet case, and it looks like an off-brand. It doesn't even say what kind of tablet case. It's a blue one. Maybe an Apple. These off-brand cases don't fetch much at all, and in fact on something like this, if you can't get at least you know, 10 bucks, 5 to 10 bucks before shipping, it's probably worth just lotting it out into a larger electronics lot. Okay, here's what looks like a random box. Supply Edge is the manufacturer. Now remember, all these items could be found on Amazon.com. Okay, and it looks simply like an auto part, and that's kind of what it is. Okay, anybody can identify this. Put the remarks down below, because this will definitely help me figure it out. And it says 50 to 60 hertz, 24 volt, 40 volt terminals. Again, I don't know if it's an auto part or some type of electronic piece to something. I can, even though the markings are very difficult to figure out what these are, I can utilize the information off the box. Supply Edge, I'll probably just pull up Supply Edge on Amazon.com and use the model numbers, and 9 times out of 10 I'll be able to find out what this is, and then I'll plug the same information into eBay.com under the solds, and it'll tell me what it'll sell for. If I had to guess, this is probably a $15 to $20 part, you know, 25 bucks shipped. Okay. More random stuff. This looks like something you'd put outside to protect some outlets by Leviton. You're looking at maybe 10 bucks shipped, and because it's so light, you know, 3 to 4 bucks. You're probably going to make only about 4 to 5 bucks on this. It has all the mounting screws and everything. You got some fasteners. Looks like it's someone opened it, possibly didn't get the right type and sent it back. Some type of automotive fasteners by ARP. So again, I'd have to pull that information up, try to find the closest matching looking fastener on Amazon, but I couldn't imagine this being any more than like 4 or 5 bucks. Again, I have a bunch of auto parts that I've received in some of the other boxes, and currently I'm just thinking about just putting it all in one lot. Here's some Fruit of the Loom cotton underwear for women. You got 6 bikini, and I don't know if they tried these on. I don't see anything that's funky under there, but the other 5 look rolled up. So it's one of those open box items. 5 of them are in new condition. The other one is in miscellaneous condition. If something like this sold for 20 bucks, we might be able to get 12. But again, you'd have to explain it's an open box item. There is one in here that has been removed from the packaging, and you can't really determine, and I'm not going to smell nothing, you can't determine if it's been used. Okay. Here's something that's labeled running speed shoot. I have no idea what that is. It's a third-party Amazon off-brand item. I don't know what this is. It's something I'd have to look up. Something sporting goods related. Maybe 5 or 10 bucks. It's doesn't seem to be too promising on the surface. And the problem is, I've been getting a lot of, I would say about half the stuff that I get are just random stuff that you really can't figure out. If you're at a yard sale, you wouldn't pick it up because you just really wouldn't know how to price these things. You know, I'm getting, here's a baby toy, Bright Stars Jungle and Shake Pal. You might sell it for 10 bucks, but you still have to pay. This is about 8 ounces, 10 ounces. You probably have to pay 3 or 4 bucks shipping. It's worth throwing a few pictures up and making a quick listing on, but yeah, this is not the type of item that we're trying to get here. And I got about 2 boxes full of baby stuff that what I'm trying to do is sort it all out as I go. Here's something. This is Otc Wrist Splint. These I find go for about 15 to 20 bucks. It's first class shipping. So that's including the cost of shipping, 15 to 20 bucks, but they don't stay very long. There's a lot of people, if you price these right, you know, the condition looks like it's open box, new condition. You can get 15 to 20 bucks for these all day, and these will not sit in your store a long time. So, I don't know what this is. It's made by Top Cabin. So it could be, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it could be some kind of a piece for maybe either a tripod, or it could be something that is camping related. I just don't know. And it's, give you guys a close-up. See, it may not even be functional, but yeah, it may not even be in sellable condition. But you guys can tell me what you think this is. I have no idea. It's made by Top Cabin. Put down below what it is, that would be very helpful. Here's another one of those outlet covers for outdoors. So the good thing about this is, you know, as long as it's complete, it's not broken, I can lot this out with the other one and probably get about 15 bucks shipped for the both of them. And it's gonna save me the number of listings. I can put them together, and I'm more likely to sell it if I'm selling them in twos. Here's a rechargeable gun safe dehumidifier. So I guess that's a thing. I do have a gun of my own, but I don't live in a humid climate out here in Vegas. So the idea of having a gun humidifier doesn't really do anything for me. I guess what you do is you there's a plug here, and apparently you plug this in, charge it up, and you put it in your safe with your gun, and it keeps all your belongings in your safe from having damage from moisture. Probably something like this would go for about 20 bucks. You know, $24.99 is a good number. You just have to look at the soles on this. And I'm not going to fight with this packaging while you guys are trying to watch this video. So we'll just put it down the way it is. But it's an open boxed item. Maybe someone bought it, didn't quite think this was going to work for what they needed, and sent it back. So as you can see, the products themselves really aren't that bad. It's just, you know, how many people are in the market for half this stuff. So here's some Instaflex pain relief, pain relieving cream. I guess if you have some issues there, it looks like it has not been opened. The round little sticker on each side. So I could sell this brand new. It looks like a pretty good size deal. So, you know, maybe 10, 15 bucks I can probably get for that. So we're talking small items, but it all adds up too. Here's a little random white box. It says AC adapter charger, and you know, I'd have to see on the website, but I have a bunch of these anyway. As a reseller of electronics, it's always a good idea to keep an inventory of AC power adapters, because you never know when you're going to get that item that's shipped without or returned without the AC adapter, and having one of these is going to save you a lot of time and money. And see, they don't even shut the packaging very good. It just blows my mind that some of these customers, they can return these items. This is a thermometer, electric thermometer. Of course, it's hard to say if it's ever been used. I would have to say it probably was, and it was sent back. So you sell it in used condition. You could probably get about 12 to 15 bucks shipped for something like this, because it is a non-contact, fairly new style. It's in very good condition, and these probably will last you about a week or two in your store. Like I said, I got a couple boxes. This is a baby outfit or pant of some sort. I really wouldn't know. You're probably going to have to lot these out. So if you get a bunch of baby items within the similar size range, you probably just lot them out, and you're going to have a better time moving a lot of clothes than trying to sell one little piece at a time. Here's some probiotic bites for dogs, so Zesty Paws. And of course, I'm willing to bet, of course, it's been opened. The little seal is gone. Okay, so I have dogs, but I don't know if I'm going to give them this. It's probably not something you'd resell or even want to use for your own animals once you see that seal's broken. Here's some Good Times Goblets de Bain. I don't know why it says Goblets de Bain, or I guess that's French for bathroom cups. And they look to be sealed, and there's about 200 here, so maybe 10 bucks shipped. It's about 14 ounces, so you're not going to make a whole lot. But these are quick sales. You know, you take a couple photos. The fashion collection, looks like we have a couple shower caps, and they look to be about the same kind. You know, off-brand, probably sell them in a 2-pack. You're probably not going to get more than $8 for both of them. Here's an adapter of some sort. It looks like a USB to USB-C adapter, and it looks like it also has some ports for your SD cards, for if you want to take photos off of a device. Maybe $5, you know, $10. Made by QGeem, and that's an off-brand on Amazon. You're probably not going to get a whole lot for that. Random audio cables. This looks like a one of those that you'd actually use for maybe an older iPad or iPhone, or has a 3.5 millimeter where it splits it. So if you're going on a road trip, 2 kids want to listen to the same music with their own headphones, they could do that. You're probably not going to make more than a couple bucks on that. Another random cable. I don't even want to begin to guess what this thing is. But again, cables don't really get you much in this business. And why somebody, looks like this is some Scotch double-sided tape. I mean, really? You're going to go through the hassle of returning this back to Amazon. Maybe you've used a piece or two. It's just something you keep. Here's some nails. Looks like they're long stiletto, high profile, arch, instant perfection. There's 500 tips, size 1 through 10. And I guess if you like your nails long, maybe 10 to 15 bucks. And it's first class shipping on that. Here's a component. Now this is one of the stranger things I've seen. It's a component, looks like maybe for an iPhone or something, internal components. I don't know even where I would begin to test this, let alone who would want to buy this. So this might not be even sellable. Again, this is why I'm rating this as a C. This box right here is probably a C minus, not even maybe a D, because I haven't found really anything that's any good. Here's a Ankivo SpO2 sensor. I don't know. Looks like okay. So you put your finger in here and it'll give you your blood oxygen count. These go for about $10 online. Here's a puppy no. And I don't know what this is. Looks like they freeze-dried some good stuff that they found on the ground. I have no idea. Maybe this is something you smear all over the place. Puppy behavior aid toy, heartbeat device instruction manual. So maybe it's a stuffed who knows what, and I don't know why they'd shrink wrap it, or it's like freeze-dried. And there's a sensor here. I have no idea. This is just the strangest thing. We get a lot of pet stuff in these boxes, and I've never seen anything like this. So this is one of those things I'd have to look up. It looks to be in new condition, never opened. That's a good thing, right? There's got to be a market for it somewhere. This looks like something you put like a baby bath. This is a dishwashing bowl with straining plug, but I'm sure you could use it as a little baby bath if you wanted to. Yeah, they call these sinks where I'm from. Okay. See what I'm saying? This is it's just disappointing when you see things like that. So here's something. It's a Cryotex. Actually, I have one of these on my store already without the retail box. These go for about 80 bucks. Okay. So, you know, if my average box is about 400 bucks, we're not even halfway there, and I'm almost out of stuff in this box. So, you know, the MSRPs don't seem to be up to snuff, but this definitely is probably the best item we found so far. Yeah, this is a harness of some sort, maybe for a dog, I don't know, but $5-10 bucks. We have a barbecue lighter. So this barbecue lighter, it's probably just something we'll end up keeping. I don't know what this is. It looks like maybe something you'd lay down over a baby's mattress or playpen, that type of thing. Maybe $5-10. And the last thing we have here is a waterproof metal detector with elliptical coil. That's interesting. And a waterproof metal detector. I've never seen anything like this. Okay. I don't know. $20? I mean, unless it's a thing. It has a brand new battery and the instructions. But to be honest with you, I've never heard of such a thing. Maybe it's between $20 and $30. I couldn't imagine it being any more than that. This item is made by, it's probably one of those off-brands. It just says waterproof metal detector with a elliptical cord. So it's definitely one of those third-party Amazon items made in China. Okay, so that is the first box. Now, do me a favor, before we get jumping into the second box, please do me a favor, hit that like button. In fact, smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel. We try to change it up whenever we can. We don't always do unboxings, but we talk about eBay stuff, give you an idea of what I'm doing. I'm inundated with a lot of these boxes, and I've been trying to weed the good stuff out just to make it worth my while. But make sure you're hitting the notification bell icon as well, because that way YouTube will let you know when I put together a new video. And I try to do that about twice a week. And really, it just takes time, take time away from my eBay business to make these videos. I enjoy doing it, but a lot of times it's just a little more work, especially when we're in Q4 and a lot of us are already busy. So this one looks to be an electronics palette of some sort, or electronics box of some sort. Again, the average box MSRP is about $400 if you kind of break it down by box. This one is a mini projector. It's a QKK mini projector, and this one looks like it has the new packaging. This is what I'm saying. You get a lot of these where they just buy the wrong item. Maybe they get it, they open it, and they say, well, this isn't what I wanted, and they just return it back to Amazon. And unfortunately, you get a lot of sticker damage. And Amazon, when they get these, they have to go in, and it's a pain to peel this off. It really is. So they'll just go in and take their little knife, and they'll cut off the label because they don't want to keep the customer's information when they send this to liquidation. And there's really nothing wrong with the item except maybe the box. And this time of year, it's very important for you to disclose that there might be box damage. And the reason is, if someone's buying as a gift for somebody, they're going to be very disappointed if they get something that might look like this. And it may not matter to someone who needs a projector and it's not a gift. So you got to put that information in your listing. But maybe something like this, about $40 to $50. Okay, so that's a good start for this box. Here's a Cure Choice heating pad. Now, believe it or not, this health and beauty stuff, whether it's used or not, people will buy it. Believe it or not, even with the climate we're in, with the pandemic, you would be surprised. Now, this one looks to be like someone took it out of the bag, maybe didn't like it, maybe it wasn't big enough, folded it up real nicely, so it tells me it really wasn't used, and they just didn't put the cord. So now what I'll do is I'll go back in here and inspect it, make sure that there's no stains or signs of use. That's the first thing. A lot of these are washable, machine washable sometimes, depending on the connector. And I have the twist ties. You take the white twist ties and you put this in a nice, neat bundle so it looks, again, we're talking about in the last video, I'll put the link right here, we're talking about customer perception and building customer perception. That's one thing that you can do. You know, it may not be brand new, and you're not going to say it is, but you can say open box item in very good condition, and you're going to help that customer believe it's very good, because you're going to put this little cord into a nice, tidy bundle with your twist ties. I think I buy the twist ties on Amazon. I think it's $8 shipped. You get like 100 black and 100 white ones, and they really make you your items look a lot better. If you're saying open box, I generally don't get complaints from people. You know, I try to accurately list my items in as proper of a condition as I can and explain what I'm seeing. And these heating pads really go very quickly. A lot of health and beauty stuff. If you can find health and beauty, you're going to sell items fairly quick, regardless of the time of year. Here's a premium vacuum cartridge filter. So wet and dry vac. Looks like it might be a third-party deal. This doesn't seem to be one of those things where a customer took their old filter and swapped it out for the new one and sent the old one back. So maybe 10 bucks. What in the world is this? This is a Piggy Bank, the polka dotted Piggy Bank. Packaging looks fairly good. I don't have any reason to believe. No, there's no coins inside. I have no reason to believe this thing has been used. So, you know, I don't even know if it's an open box item, to be honest with you, but I'm sure someone would buy it. 20 bucks. You know, again, I'm not making a killing off of this, I'm sure. But with Christmas coming around, people are looking for pretty good priced gifts, and I'm sure someone out there would think this is a pretty cute item. And cute sells, and you know, I'm sure you guys already know that. Okay, so here's something called Kind Cozy. It's a breast milk warmer bottle. Now, this warms up the bottle, so I don't see any signs of spilled breast milk or anything like that in here. Have to power it up. It's already bundled really nice. Hard to say if it's even been used, but I'll power it up, make sure that it works. These things go for about 20 to 30 bucks. I think I had a couple other brands that I have that are about, I think one was priced around 30 something dollars. So because this doesn't seem to have as many features, probably 20 to 30 bucks. That's including shipping. And of course, paper bags love to stick to your feet. I don't know what this is. So it looks like a couple chefs conniving or kniving. I guess there's 2 small burners and 2 large burners for your stove. I couldn't imagine this thing selling for more than 10 bucks shipped. Just random stuff, random. 2 more things here. They're fairly large items. This one is a Otc City, and I have no idea what this thing is. It's in a carry bag. Building Better Living. So it tells me it's probably a health and beauty item of some sort. It's in a nice little bag. Looks to be fairly new. Again, oh, it's an air mattress. And of course, people don't want to buy used air mattresses. This doesn't look used. Looks good. And so it doesn't say really what size it is. It's a little air bed, probably about 40 bucks. Now again, the prices I'm giving you here are pretty much free shipping. And while on the larger items, I will have the customer pay for shipping, this is about 4 to 5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds. And even though I'll ship it by FedEx Express for about $15, I'll sell it for about 40 bucks. And excuse me, I'm just having a hard time with this packaging here. Off-brand. I just sold a queen size air mattress, I think for about 60 bucks. So 40 bucks shouldn't be a problem with this one. And the last thing we're dealing with is a Restek neck massager. I have a few of these. These are really good. These run, I'd say, about 40 bucks on eBay. And the great thing about these is a lot of them come with little portable carry bags. Okay? And they have like the shiatsu. This looks to be brand new. Okay, so of course I have to inspect it a little bit more, but the fact that it's in the packaging inside the bag here, a lot of customers don't keep the packaging. So at minimum, they probably used this once and said this wasn't what I was looking for, and they returned it back. And so, you know, neither of these boxes, and that was the last item by the way, neither of these boxes really in my mind had $400 in MSRP. Probably closer to maybe $300 after we check on some of this. But you know, again, consider the fact that I paid 10 cents on the dollar for their advertised MSRP. So even if we're talking, you know, I paid what, 30 bucks a box, 40 bucks a box, you know, that's one of these items. And so once I sell these that one item, I'm paid for and everything else is gravy. With items that are not manifested like these, I mean, you're going to get pretty much anything. I mean, I found a Dyson Airwrap in one of these. That's a $500 item. So you really don't know what you're going to get. You really don't want to be more than 20 cents on the dollar. 10 cents is ideal, but as you can see, I'd say 3/4 of this stuff has some resale value. Another 10% can be bundled with other similar items like the baby stuff we talked about or you saw here. And the other 10 to 15% either isn't going to work or really nobody's going to want. And on something like that, you can still put, you know, if it's an electronic item, put in an electronics lot, miscellaneous items, and people will buy it. You know, we've liquidated some goods that way, some slower selling stuff that were like some of these items really had no customer interest, and we're able to move those items by lotting out the merchandise. So what do you guys think? Put some comments down below. Tell me, you know, is this something that maybe you'd spend 10 cents on the dollar, 15 cents on the dollar to purchase, to resell? Didn't find really any name brands, even though I found some in some other boxes. It's really a crapshoot, anywhere from, you know, energy bars to baby goods to a piggy bank to one of those massage guns, which I know will sell for about 75, 80 bucks. So leave your comments down below. Like I said, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, look for a video here. I'm going to try to come out with something here either Monday morning or maybe Tuesday morning. Just a lot of stuff going on. Of course, I hope you guys are busy just like I am, but my focus has been really going through these boxes and getting as much stuff listed, and I hope you guys are doing the same, because the more you get on your store, the more you churn, the more sales you're going to get, and we've sort of seen that so far. So I want you guys to get out there, do like I am, work your butt off. I'm sure you're already doing that. Make sales and have a great rest of your week.